Okay, so first one I'm just going to look at. Let's say sine theta equals minus root 3 on 2. We're going to solve it for theta is in between 0 and 360. Okay, so the first thing that we need to do, is you have to look at the quadrant that theta is in. Now, there could be more than one spot that theta is in. So we do that by looking at that minus root 3 on 2 there, and that's telling us that sine is negative. All stations do COFs. All right, so sine is negative in this quadrant and this quadrant. So it's negative in 3 and 4. So what that then tells you is that the angle then would be 180 plus theta and 360 minus theta. That's what you use in those quadrants. So then we just have to find out what the acute angle theta equals. Now, in order to do that, we just go shift sign on the root 3 on 2. We could actually look up the triangle for this one too. And you end up with 30 degrees. Okay, so once you've done that, then you just go 180 plus 30 and 360 minus 30. 180 plus 30 is 210. 360 minus 30 is 330 degrees. Okay, so we'll take a look at a new one. So we've got 2 cos squared theta equals 1. So cos squared theta, if I divide by 2, will be 1 on 2. And then get rid of the square by square rooting and putting plus or minus 1 on root 2. You could simplify it a bit. It's not that necessary, but you square root the 1, square root the 2. So you get plus or minus 1 on root 2. Okay, so step 1 is the quadrants. So when you look at this, it means that cos can be positive or negative. So that's where it's positive, and then it is negative in the other two quadrants. So that means you've got theta, 180 minus theta, 180 plus theta, and you have 360 minus theta. So then your next step is to get the acute angle theta. So to get the acute angle, you just go cos the minus 1 of 1 on root 2, or you use your triangles and realise it is 45 degrees. And then the third thing is to sub it into these. So it's theta, 180 minus theta, 180 plus theta, and it is in all quadrants because it was plus or minus because we had to square root the other side in order to get our solution. So it's 45, 180 minus 45, 180 plus 45, and 360 minus 45. So it's going to be 45, 135, 225, and 315 as your solution. Okay, that's the equation. 2 cos squared theta minus 1. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so let's solve for 0 to 360. Tan squared theta minus 3 equals 0. Okay, so bring the 3 to the other side. So you got tan squared theta equals 3. Square root the other side, but you must put plus or minus. So when you go to do the quadrants, tan is positive in 1 and 3 and negative in 2 and 4. So it's in all 4 quadrants. So get the acute angle. There you go, tan the minus 1 of root 3. That is 60 degrees. And then you just have to put it into this. Theta, 180 minus theta, 180 plus theta, 360 minus theta. So it's 60, 180 minus 60, 180 plus 60, 360 minus 60. 60, 120, 240, and 300.